Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Happy solstice and happy soon to be full moon in Capricorn.
Thank you.
We are recording here in Calgary. I am home for a week. And so we get to do this together in person. It's always so exciting when we get to.
This is Alex. This is Maria.
So we are going to talk about the energy of this time and pull some cards just for some support and insight to further that information. It's super windy outside right now, so we're just doing this inside. Mariela's lovely vehicle. So we just had the solstice yesterday, and the solstice, what I love about it is the halfway point of the year, right? So we're kind of like midpoint. We are at the fullest of like the fullest moons available kind of energy where we get to truly see everything. It's like that sun energy is so beautiful. And it's kind of like a peak of, then we get to reflect on like, is everything and has everything kind of unfolded the way we had hoped, and what changes do we need to make so we can enjoy the fruits of the labor and the unfolding. That's like kind of the solstice energy, I would say, in general.
And the seeds are growing. You already are planning for something. You're watching things grow and move.
But then we have all the other astrological energy taking place that is saying, continue letting go.
Exactly.
Like parts of yourself that dreams that you had that haven't been feeling quite right, let it go. Identities or things that you've kind of believed to be true for yourself that just are not working.
Things that you're holding on to and you don't need them anymore. Just let them go. It's so easy, right?
Right? Oh,
Alex is doing a lot of letting go work. I am holding on to things that I'm ready to let them go too.
So I have Capricorn rising and you have Capricorn sun. And I'll always forget. What is your rising? Pisces. And I have Pisces moon. But so there's a lot of Capricorn energy taking place. And that is about who we are and how we show up and give ourselves into the world. That work, Capricorn's always referenced for like being workaholics and always working. But it really has to do with how we give ourselves into the world and how we move through with our purpose and connection to that, which is so connected to our identity with success. Like, what is success?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be work related, because like one of my most important values is family, and so I work for my family in the way that I would like to keep things nice and I take care of them, right?
Is that an identity that needs to be
it needs to be checked?
But how you give yourself into the world is more that Capricorn energy, like how you share that part of yourself with the world. So you do a lot of caretaking kind of roles in the world. You do. Yeah. And you got some great attention to detail as well.
I love detail. You don't.
No.
So that's why we work very well.
Yeah, I can move quickly, but the detail not so much. But so this full moon that's happening this weekend, we're having, so the once in a blue moon, we're having the blue moon, which is a second full moon. I think it's like July 20 something. So we'll have another Capricorn moon. So again, it's like referencing the importance of this Capricorn energy and this energy of whether it's like purpose or what we share with the world or how we show up in alignment to it.
And how we organize ourselves to set our goals and be able to get to them, right? Like the planning, organizing, discipline.
And I would even say that falls a little more. So the ruling planet, Capricorn is Saturn. And Saturn is very much that stuff, but you're also describing some very Virgo energy there. Those earth signs.
Because they are earth, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we have this amazing Capricorn, and Capricorn is that, I've said it many times, it's that sea goat, right? So it's this goat that can like climb to the highest places, but it can also like be in like the depths. So I find Capricorn can get a bad rap around just being a workaholic, but and so like structured, and that's their focus. But it's just it's the importance that they want to like, they feel what they bring in the world is very important. So
yeah, and like talking about the collective energy, also we're going to start a new stage, new era, and so it's important to have our goals clear. So now that an era is ending, where are we going and what do we want now? Is that opportunity to start whatever we want because something is ending.
You see things so well, doesn't she? I just love it.
You do too.
I don't know. But yeah, that's exactly it. And so if we are stepping into the new, we have to let some pieces go.
Yeah, and they're going to go anyways.
Yeah, you can fight it. You can go for it.
Yeah, like I am very comfortable right now. Let's see what the universe brings. Alex is proactive, so she is working with the universe.
Yeah, but sometimes I try and take more control and be like, fine, I'm going to change everything, instead of like allowing things to unfold, which I think is what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to allow the change to arise naturally, as opposed to me being like, I think it's this, and then change it. No, wait, this, and then change it. I am going to be forced.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I know. You know,
maybe your job will end up changing.
I think something has to do with work, and I'm studying another.
Yeah, you
career, but and learning lots, but I don't know where I'm going, and that's that feeling we were talking before. Yeah, not knowing Neptune.
Lots of Neptune energy rolling through right now, that Piscean energy even, where we're dreaming and possibility, but then it's also like blurry and confusing because it's quite expansive and uncertain.
Yeah, it feels to me that we will have so many opportunities and things are happening also fast, like maybe technology and whatever happens in our daily lives is also like changing a little bit faster. Although I was telling Alex, like Neptune is moving very slow on that 29-degree, entering to Pisces. It's
going to enter
finishing
Aries,
Pisces.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little while, which I find comfort on that because I don't want to be forced all of a sudden.
No, I want certainty.
Oh, you want to know?
I want to know. So just make it happen. Do it. That's what I want. But the universe is telling me when it happens, I'll be like, if I know, you know the feeling like when you know, like that makes my heart so happy because it's like, okay, I know I'm going that way.
Yeah.
There's no questions. Done.
Yeah. And right even now, if I like it or not like it, right? But at least I know.
It's like, okay, yeah, now I can take the next step. But right now I'm just like kind of standing around feeling like, okay, it could be this, could be that, could be this, could be this. Okay. I'm ready.
And I don't know.
So I imagine maybe many of you out there are having some either, I'm going to use the word confusing or uncertainty, or like this.
The unknown. I don't
know. And maybe you have some like clarity. Maybe you've been hitting those points already. And I was sharing with Mariela much earlier that there's like three people in my life that have been having these like beautiful, like just this week, having these like beautiful breakthrough moments. I mean, not necessarily easy breakthrough moments, but realizations that are finally bubbling up, that now they need to kind of navigate through to step forward. And it's like, wow, it's so cool to watch. And I think it's fascinating. So this weekend is supposed to be very much a powerful time. And it's just fascinating that I arrived in Calgary yesterday. So I'm not
old.
to the old.
Going back to the past.
Yeah, many ways. But there's anyway.
So it's going back, but looking at what's new in the old, right? Have you found anything?
I'm new.
You're different.
I'm different. And so when you go into the old, you get to see how different you are. But also, sometimes there's like that comparison that I do a lot and then I analyze it. But it's just like, oh, I get to meet all these old parts of myself or all these pieces of my life in a new way. Like, where there would be times where I just feel like lonely and just these not good feelings, and I'd feel like disconnected in life here.
Oh, just here.
Here. Yeah, like I'm talking about like here in Calgary. But I feel like been doing so much work that even when I've come back on previous visits, there's like a sense of aloneness or sadness or some type of disconnection. And this is like the first time I've come back and felt like an internal connection. And so I feel like I'm meeting these different things. I don't have to make things happen. If things don't work out or it's okay. So I'm just like meeting this world here, my old world, in a different way, which is really cool.
Yeah, I felt the same energy kind of when I went to Ecuador.
Because she just came back from going to Ecuador.
Yeah, I went to my old as well, to my past.
Yeah.
And it feels the same in many ways. And I have changed as well. But many things haven't changed there. And then, but it feels also different.
Yeah.
It's not the same as before. But me going back there, I feel like I'm the same. I don't know how to explain, but I'm not the same. So that's the feeling of Neptune. Did you realize? I don't know.
I love it. I love it, Mariela. Yeah.
I was asking one of the children I'm working with yesterday to do an eco map. And so he's between houses, right? Dad's moms. And then I go like, well, you have to figure out where you want to put your people. If you want your people that are closest in your big bubble in the middle of the page, or if you want to put them somewhere else. And I'm like, where's your dad? And he's like, oh, it's in the middle. And where's your mom? And he's thinking, and he's like, I don't know. So it might be like some people are understanding now the unknowns.
Yeah, like being faced with with reality in a different way.
Having to reflect on it.
Also, I'm not saying it's Piscean energy, but it always makes me think of like, because Neptune and Pisces kind of roll together. And it's like that Piscean reflecting, like consciousness, like, ooh, bringing new things up to the surface. And maybe that's even shadows. Like, it's also that Pluto, and Pluto is in Pisces.
Pluto is in Pisces.
That makes sense.
So the shadows and the known is in the imagination and intuition, perception, psyche,
our reality, and the illusions we've told ourselves.
Yeah. I was just looking yesterday at one of the theories from one of the old I think he was a psychologist. I'm not sure, and I can't remember his name. But he said that he came up with this philosophy of the as if. Yeah. And so this came about because he says that people have a lot of and true ideas in their heads to be able to manage reality. And so, for example, a teacher in the school has this idea in her head that she has control over the children, as long as the children believe it too. It might be true, but she can, or he or them can hold on to the idea, but it's just an idea. Or people that are religious, they hold on to the idea of heaven and hell, and that helps them be sane or explain somehow their life.
So me and you I was telling Mariella about some reality feelings that I've been having, like about the world being reflected to me and every single person is literally just a part of me, or when weird.
Sometimes we don't agree.
Yeah. And it's okay. But I've been having these really weird like realizations, and or they feel like realizations, and seeing this reality through this specific lens. And it is just a lens. But then I ask and I wonder, is that a bad lens? Is this a wrong lens? I don't think it is. Like, it's not like right and wrong, but like it's not good or bad. But it is just a lens.
Well, you have to also consider that I think like 70% of our life is imagination. Maybe is it like 100?
I think it's 100.
You can see, like,
well, they say if you close your eyes,
illusion,
like, that nothing is
you
actually
carry your consciousness and your imagination the whole time. You're thinking the whole time, right? You're perceiving it the whole time. You're intuiting. Yeah, is that a word? Yeah. All the time. You're feeling things.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm starting to get lost in some of the teaching.
Is it the material 50-50? Like material versus imagination?
I don't know.
Well, the course in Miracles says that everything is an illusion, right? So that's a theory.
So, new beginning. Dawn. So
that's where we are.
Yeah, the dawn of the new day, new beginnings. I love it.
I'm going to pull up.
It is beautiful. I'm glad it's not like a calm before the storm. But new beginnings. So that idea of like, what are the pieces that if we're going to be stepping into these new parts of self, or these new dreams, or these new possibilities, like we have to still let go. But so I pulled this for the rest of June.
Do you have the card that you pulled before?
I do. So we had recorded just before we got on recorded again, and my phone overheated because we were in the sun. And then I ended up spilling a coffee. So I got a little chaotic in the car.
The said that video was wrong, so I decided to stop us.
Yes. So we started over, and I might have just actually tossed it back in, but it was a great card. It was effortlessness,
and it was the waterfall. So something just came to my mind right now, that Neptune is about water. And there's a lot of things related to water that will happen as well.
In Cancer season?
Like, for example, in Calgary, the pipes will be.
Well, have you heard, have we all heard, like, the whatever, the climate community, whoever, whatever, the scientists are so afraid right now due to the temperature of the ocean right now. It's like astronomically high, and the way it's starting to affect everything is starting to really be a challenge. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that.
But anyways, the point is that because Neptune is going to big transition, then many things are going to happen related to water.
But just to come back to this card, so
Mariella does like amazing jobs with the symbolism on things. And so things are moving so fast and we have to be kind of navigating this transition and change, and going with the flow is constantly a conversation, but that effortlessness of water to just follow its natural path, which is gravity, which is going towards like the ocean or however that exactly works. And how there's like this, you're going and you're accepting, and then it's over the edge, okay, over the edge, and then you're falling, and then you're at the next layer here, and then it's like, okay, and then you go down. And so it's kind of like that.
It's always your landing phase.
Yeah. And it's just like a new,
Just moving.
yeah, it's just moving. So that's a really beautiful card, and I'm really excited for that. So this was the original card that I pulled while we were recording.
Yeah.
And then this is
new
the
beginning.
new beginning. So
It's a new beginning, yeah. And I was also saying before that as a group, we start like planning from the new beginning, right? We are in that stage where we have to move forward and imagine what we want for ourselves and the world. And this is the opportunity. This is the time, because we're going to start something new. It's exciting.
And I feel like I haven't been hearing lots of talk about like the 5D, 3D. I haven't been hearing so much about that lately. But when we think of like the time shifts or reality shifts or whatever word those are, as like shifts continue to unfold, literally like different illusions that we have about ourselves, each other, the world are dissolving, and we're needing to come into a higher sense of truth. But that's going to be different for all of us. And as we move into our own alignment, like our path will shift, and whatever
we are
those
so
timelines are.
Powerful, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna raise consciousness. We're gonna change the world with our mind and love.
Yeah, because Alex was just telling me before.
What?
Like if you are watching and just observing everything, you're like, oh, maybe I made that happen, or maybe that's part of me. Can I change it? And that's true. Like if you have that conscious thought of, oh, whatever is outside is inside of me, maybe we would be more power to be able to change things.
Yeah, and I feel like our world has tried so hard to make us feel powerless. And once we start realizing kind of that innate internal power that we do have to create, then it's like, imagine what we could create if we used and understood that power. So beautiful.
We will.
It's happening.
Hey, I got freedom.
And what is this for? Was this for a certain time or a certain period?
For the new beginning. It's Hina. I think she's Hawaiian. Let me look at the book. What it says.
Oh, I think I had.
Yeah, I think you have the book somewhere.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
Keep it. And I actually want to check on another card. So I'm going to grab these.
Oh, there it is.
Lovely, what are they called? Sacred Destiny cards. One for the full moon Capricorn, one for the end of this month, and one for the beginning of next month.
That sounds great. So go ahead and pull your cards, and I'm going to go ahead and read this. So Hina, walk away from restrictions and be free. You have the power and the right to change your life so that you experience more freedom. This card signifies that your soul is crying out for more freedom, especially as it involves your life purpose. Ugh. Perhaps it's time to take a break so that you can think clearly about your desires and available options. The universe always supports the desire for expansion, creativity, and freedom.
Say yes to
Mm.
freedom, and the universe will say yes. Yes. Yes, I'm saying yes. I don't know I'm saying yes to, but
I think your Sagittarius is talking. Capricorn would be like, restrictions. Don't do it so fast. Put some rules in there. But maybe we are going from that to that, like from all the rules and all the authority things into more freedom.
that would be nice.
So for the full moon, I got wonder, and that is the amethyst.
Beautiful.
That's how do you call this shape?
I'm really bad with
But it looks like the universe is going around the crystal, and it's purplish, bluish, greenish energy.
mm-hmm.
So it talks more of the upper chakras,
Yeah, we got some.
and it's usually has to do with the spiritual and the third eye.
Mm-hmm. But the idea when I hear the word wonder, right? Like
Yeah.
exactly, like just the awe and wonder, third eye.
And that
Of
connection with the
possibility.
universe.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the last 2 weeks
Beautiful
of
card.
June, it's success.
Ooh, what is your idea of success? Has your idea of success changed? Please answer those questions and let the success flow.
What? It's like, oh, I know what to say.
I did.
It is a jungle. Do you see that? And this is a panther, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
And
And there's a parrot.
there's a parrot here. And there's lots of mini birds flying in the distance by the palm tree. Do you see that? Maybe you don't with
But what I see is like, and when I see the idea of success there, I see this very abundant and colorful and diverse place.
yeah.
So if the images in there are supposed to be about success, yeah, what do you
It's
see in that
full of
image as
life
success?
the whole time.
Full of life, yeah.
And the birds are flying really high.
Full of life, diverse, flying high.
Yeah. The lines are usually flexible and they are very smart. They're independent.
Mm.
And the parrot usually likes to talk.
That Gemini energy.
That's right, the communication.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all part of success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of planets are in Gemini right now. I know we've just
That's
exited
right.
Gemini season.
Yeah.
Specifically, but we do have a lot of planets there right now.
Yeah. And then for the beginning of July,
Let it be.
stand still.
That would be that like pausing or rest or not
Yeah.
rushing and
Yeah.
trusting energy.
Yeah, staying calm, staying still.
Yeah.
And I was telling Alex, I think I listened to one of the videos from Lee Harris, and he was saying you might see things happening around you and for other people, but if you can just stay still and calm, you can help people go through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't react, just stay still.
Yeah, I know I always get really excited about the possibility of change. But sometimes we've gone through a lot of our own transformation and we're here to help hold the space for others to transform as well.
And so I'm doing right. I don't have to do anything.
She said.
Change will come to me.
It will.
And you'll be laughing. You'll be holding my face with calm. I'll go, Alex. You know what happened?
I'm like, that sounds perfect. Oh, yes, transformation. But again, like when I see that, is that a herring? That's like a really unique looking bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is.
So there's a tree in the background, and has that special type of leaves.
Yeah.
And it's
Beautiful.
whitish.
And the water is still, right?
Yeah, the water is very still.
And so if you think of like this bird, I think it's like a herring family or whatever. I'm even saying that right. Heron?
I don't know.
Anyway, they are going to stick their bill into the water and pull out the fish. And so they need to be still so that it doesn't scare the fish away and they can get what they need. So sometimes we need to just pause,
Yeah, and
especially
feel
amongst
our water.
chaos. Yes.
You have your feet in there, but you don't need to be in it. Yeah.
The more still you are, the more clear the water gets. Yeah. It's beautiful. July. Oh, can you believe it?
First week. Then comes the 15th of July. So it will be another energy.
This is a year of transformation. I know it's been years of transformation, but this is a deep internal transformation. It's beautiful, intense, but beautiful. And humanity changing and shifting so quickly.
Yes.
So, what is success to you?
I don't really think about it. I'm afraid of it, I think.
I might agree. Because I think I've always thought, success is being like well received or popular and money. And I'm like, oh, but is that really what I want?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not that I'm afraid. I don't know if I want it.
Well, but
success is being triumphant. Like,
but success can also be, because I've been reflecting on this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but success is also like living a life that feels joyous.
Yeah.
Living a life where you can help others. Yeah. So I think redefining our idea of success, and I don't mean it has to move away from this monetary material realm, but deepening our understanding, because we should live successful lives, successful to ourselves.
And we are.
But if we don't know what success means, how are we kind of able to kind of like point our needle in that direction? So,
because like for myself, I know I like the work I do, and I know I'm good at it. And I praise myself every time I do a good job. These turn out well.
Yeah.
That could be a piece of the success. The monetary part, if I have it, it's good, but my soul doesn't work for that.
Yes.
It's nice to have it.
I know, isn't that tricky?
It's important too.
Yeah.
Because you need it, at least while you're here.
Yeah. I know I would like to have more monetary success, but that's like for the sense of freedom. But that's not my drive in life. I don't want to make more money. I want to have more time with people. Yeah. Freedom to have time with people I care about, to explore, to feel, to connect, to just be. I want those things. That would be like a beautiful and successful life. I get to have ease within that. And to be able to come back to Calgary more often. That'd be nice.
Yeah. We are abundance.
Yes.
And you are abundance. Yeah. And success.
Yeah.
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 We're perfect.
So thank you all for tuning in. And we wish you an amazing full moon and beginning of July, which would be the new moon in Cancer. What I love about Cancer season, it is a slowing down. It is that in the northern hemisphere anyway, we're in the fullness of summer. And so there's lots of love and passion, connection.
Family, home, caring.
Yeah. Yep. All that. So wish you all of that amazingness, and
we'll talk about it later too.
Yeah.
Like, what is home for you?
Because I'm actually about to enter a really big shift in my home, in like my chart, that my
Oh, you are?
area of home,
Okay.
Uranus,
Right.
and somewhere else is about to enter.
Yeah, and so how home looks like inside of you, and how is that affecting the change?
Yes. So, and it started on the 19th. It entered in the 19th. So it's all just starting now. So I look forward to sharing that with all of you
Yeah.
and still navigating. I need to look at your pattern. I have your
Yeah, me
pattern a little
too, because I have some home change as well somewhere.
bit. You have lots of stuff going on in your chart. All right. Well, we wish you all the very best. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, enjoy
Okay.
the
Till next
last
time.
part of Neptune and Pisces.
Still a while. We still have a while.
So exciting! I want to see what changes.
We used to talk like that, and then COVID happens.
That's okay. Like it's not going to like we're not part of this world, right? I want to see what happens outside.
Okay, everybody, I need to say, so we've said it many times here. There was a specific Capricorn square, conjunct, whatever you want to call it, that kind of began 2020, and
Yeah,
all
I
the
think in October of 2019, actually.
but there was a specific one on January 20th of 2020.
Yes, and then in March
But
when
then
it exploded here.
But then March, exactly, we ended up with COVID. And so that was like there was lots of Capricorn stuff. And so in the fall, we dipped back into that Capricorn state of energy.
Patience.
So we're continuing to expand these aspects of Capricorn. And here, Mariella's like, I can't wait to see it. And we were like, we can't wait to see the system crumble. We still can't wait to see it, but it's quite uncomfortable.
There's many things that have to change.
Yeah.
And there's many things that get to my nerves that haven't changed.
Mhm.
So yeah, I want to see those things in particular that I'm thinking of are changing. Like I don't know, people's rights in general. Like everybody's getting affected.
Mhm.
No matter how you look like or
Unless you're the 1% that have all the money, your rights are not
no,
big. They're the ones that need to know. I
Oh my
hope it.
God,
I
no,
hope
not
it
right now.
happens.
Me too.
I hope it. I hope they're affected by it.
And that
Quite
we're
a s-
not.
No.
Really? Okay, I didn't care about it. Doesn't matter. I'm not attached.
Perfect. Thank you all for also navigating all the extra sound because it is warm. So we have
Yeah.
the windows unrolled and we've had a lot of interesting things taking place. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you again
Next time.
next time.
Bye.